Psalms 34, verse 18 states that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This is the Lord's covenant promise that he is close to those who are suffering heartache, deep loss, deep sorrow, who feels broken, who feels confused, who is crying out for justice and to be vindicated, that he saves us who are crushed in our spirits, my friend. On Friday, April 24th at 4:15 p.m., my 16-year-old nephew, Marquise Byfield, was shot and killed by an unknown teenager who had an altercation with him after school. He was getting a sandwich in a deli when they got in an argument. And instead of it just being words and probably fist, it turned out that this young man had a gun and decided to shoot and kill my nephew. My nephew died senselessly. We are now a family faced with gun violence. We are survivors of gun violence. My nephew will forever be 16 years old in our memory. We are now planning his funeral instead of his graduation. My family is confused. We don't understand why this has happened. It makes no sense whatsoever. But we know that we've now been added to that list of families who have lost a loved one, who is mourning, who will forever mourn and grieve the loss of a loved one. We are crying out for justice. We're crying out for those who are hiding this young man to bring him forward, because we know he will have no peace knowing that he took the life of another person. There is peace to be had when we step forward and face the consequences of our decisions. And in this case, a tragically poor and senseless decision. We cry out to the Lord, and we're standing firm in our faith, and we say to the enemy, to Satan, that you will not defeat us. His death led to the saving of many lives because my sister bravely chose to say yes to the donation request. My nephew is now a hero for helping to save others and give others a quality life. But that was not in our earthly being, our plan for my nephew. Instead of his graduation from high school, we're planning a funeral. Instead of planning for a prom, we are planning a funeral. Instead of celebrating his 17th birthday on July 1st, we are planning a funeral to lay him to rest. But we trust and believe that he is laying in the arms or at the feet of Jesus. We pray that no other family faces this, but we know that we live in a broken, wicked world where wickedness happens day in and day out. I want to take this time to thank those who know of it, that gives us their support, that has been sending us prayers, that have been calling to check in on us. We are standing firm. We can feel the prayer of the saints, and we thank you for it. We know that God is with us, and he's a vindicator of his people. I cry out to my sister Abigail. My heart is with her. She is now a mother laying her young son to rest. This is every parent nightmare, that they are laying a child to rest instead of the other way around. Marcus has siblings, my niece Cassie, my nephew Lexington, and his brother Tafari. Now our children whose life is impacted by the loss of their brother. I want to thank the families that came out on Sunday to celebrate Marcus's life and to acknowledge that he was loved, not just by his family, but by those who know him. Thank you for turning out for the candle lighting. Thank you for turning out to allow my sister to speak, his sister to speak as well, which is Cassie, and little Lexington to speak, and for the community leaders that are there to show their support. We lift the Lord's name on high because we know he is a vindicator. We know that the Lord will bring us justice, but also that he will give us the peace that surpasses all understanding. I want to just ask for continued prayer in the coming days and weeks and months and years, that we are having to lay Marquise Byfield. I just have to say his name again. 16-year-old Marquise Byfield is being laid to rest because of senseless gun violence at the hand of another teenager. We pray that wherever he is and whoever knows this, that they turn him in. There is peace to be had in accepting responsibility. We know that running and hiding, he cannot hide from God. He will never have peace until he steps forward and accepts the consequences of what he has done. This gun violence needs to stop. It needs to cease. So I'm calling for prayer all across this nation and our individual communities and in our homes. This can happen anywhere. Gun violence happens in homes, it's happening in schools, it's happening in business places, it's happening in government buildings. It needs to stop. And I just cry out to the Lord, and I cry for justice. I pray for peace. I pray strength over myself, over my sister Abigail, and over my entire family. I just thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. And I encourage anyone, if you know of someone who is encouraging doing something wrong, such as violently harming another person, that you speak up and you speak true to the heart and mind of that person. And that also that we stop as people shielding individuals who have done wicked things and taken the lives of other people. We need justice, and we're crying out for justice. Step forward and report this young man to the authorities. Do the right thing. We thank you in advance for your prayers and for your care and for your time. And may the Lord bless you and keep you as well as he's doing for me and my family. Have a blessed day.